Greetings to everyone. I am Darisse Angela Carpio and today I will be speaking about feminism. We see the term often, but we don't see as much people say they're feminists proudly with their chest. So let us start within ourselves. Are you a feminist? Do you as a woman want women empowerment but also refuse to be called feminist? Do you as a man see feminism as a polarizing? How many of us, when asked if we want equal rights, would say yes, but if asked if we are feminists, would say no? It is unfortunate that in today's world, feminism is being equated to misandry or man-hating, when in fact, feminism fights for the equality of all sexes. It does so by attempting to dismantle the ruling patriarchy, or a system designed by men and only serves men in their most toxic aspects. Can you imagine? If it weren't for this ideology, women wouldn't even have the right to vote. Feminism had been branded to be radical, extreme, and necessary. But feminism wouldn't have existed, much less flourished in a society where it wasn't needed. For so long, patriarchy has been the ruling system. It's been so deeply ingrained in our society and upbringing that we don't even realize the subtlety of everything. The system established our gender roles and thus supports the idea that women are incapable and discouraged men from expressing their emotions as an act of faux toughness or toxic masculinity, an effect of patriarchy and men that feminism also fights for. Patriarchy is the reason why we still think that mothers should stay at home, while it's incredibly normalized for fathers to be absent and neglectful. Patriarchy is the reason why until now, flakes about crazy mistresses and wives is still so rampant despite it not being a good representation for women. Whether we like it or not, patriarchy shaped our identities. Little boys are tolerated despite very problematic behavior. Boys are taught to only like blue, guns, games, and sports. And art is seen as unmanly. Teenage girls seek validation from men by trying to be not like the other girls. Little girls are being sexualized to an alarming extent. Dress codes exclusively for women are still in place. Telling girls that showing their skin is distracting, and the level of respect always seems to tip the side of women. The level of respect always seems to tip the side of men. Respect begets respect. We've all heard of it and maybe at some point we did agree. A patriarchal lie. Does it not make you wonder why the phrase is always used for women who dress the way they're comfortable with? To treat someone with respect is the bare minimum. Since when have clothes talked on behalf of the wearer? Since when did the amount of fabric we have wrapped around our bodies determine our self-respect? Clothes are clothes, but the number of heinous crimes committed because apparently clothes can ask for things are incredibly alarming. In a patriarchal world that caters to the male gaze, the sexual objectification of women is encouraged. If we allow the traditional views of patriarchy, consent is unimportant. Women don't have to give consent and men should just be served because they are dominant. Since they were little boys, they are always tolerated. Feminism fights for this immensely violating nature of patriarchy. We fail to acknowledge just how common sexual harassment are, how women can't even walk safely without the fear of experiencing it again. Apart from the more subtle ones I have mentioned earlier, women are physically, emotionally, socially, and economically disadvantaged and oppressed because of patriarchy. There are no countries that have successfully attained equality between the sexes. Domestic violence against women still goes unpunished. Other countries still have child brides. Even in the context of professionals, yes. Women are now legally allowed to pursue their careers of choice but are paid approximately 17.7% less than men's wages. Feminism does not want the oppression of men. When you're accustomed to privilege, equality feels like oppression. Let's not allow the ruling system to set the narrative. Feminism's goal is to ensure that everyone is receiving the same level of respect, the same number of opportunities, and the same feelings of being safe or safety. Feminism is allowing not just women but everyone, regardless of their genders, to choose and be what they want to be in a place where they are continuously boxed. Women, even men, are still disenfranchised, and so feminism continues to flourish. Our times have improved, but we are still far from our goal. Before this ends, allow me to ask you again, are you a feminist?